Hey, my fellow YouTubers, I'm back again, following up with some things that I was discussing earlier. You know, just having some thoughts that I just want to put out there in the universe so they can just go out there and bounce back. Anything that we put out, it comes back though. So I try to put out as much things as I can positive though in my day though to actually have those things to be received back, because that's a part of my life, to how I live my life. And I kind of share that with people that I know, and kind of share that with people that, you know, that I pass along with in life. You know, some people, they don't know what's going on in life. They just know they living. But, you know, when you can be somebody that can come through and give somebody a little word of advice, a little word of knowledge, then it can go a long way with those people, especially when they lost and they don't know their way. You know, and our people, though, we're lost and we don't know our way. We walk in the path of darkness every single day and we just don't know our way. But that path can be lighted. It can be lighted with knowledge of self and kind, knowledge of the light that exists within you, manifold, as a matter of fact. There is no other power besides you. That power exists in you. It formed you in the womb. And it's carried you all the way till today, right now, at this very moment. That power exists within you every moment of the day. It's just a matter of if you call on that power. It's just a matter if you believe in that power. The Christ once said, though, in one of the passages that I read, though, he said, all things are possible to him who believes. And in praying, though, you pray for, you know, as if you already have received that which that you're praying for. So these things were taught by the master himself. They were taught by other masters that came here to try to teach man that, you know, he was his own salvation. And that salvation, you know, it comes within all of us when we're born. The universe gives itself to us as a part of itself, you know, to live life by. But these laws that it gives us, we have to live by. And whether you know about them or not, you have to live by these laws. And so, you know, we can get all the knowledge of and information of Timbuktu had all the gold, and Ghana was the first country in Africa, and the children of Israel were really black, and Jesus had white hair, whited like wool. We can do that all day long, but what is that going to do to help us today? What is that going to do to help us with our consciousness, with our day-to-day living, whereas we're facing a world that is actually, you know, looking at us like, you know, why are these people even on the planet? They don't even have anything going, whereas we can even respect them. Well, I say that we do have a lot. I say we have a lot to offer, better than playing basketball, better than rapping, you know, because we're raising our kids to say, you go get that basketball scholarship, Travion, and take care of the family. Or, you know what I'm saying, if I could just get this rap album going on, though, like, but we ain't got no real intellectuals going on in our communities to be like, you know what, like, we're gonna kill this sabotage that's going on with our people, and we're gonna raise some people up that's gonna be able to get us to our next venture in life, because we can go to the next dimension at any given time. We've been given access to this dimension at all times. You've been given access to it. You've just been dumbed down to it, though, through society as you've been growing up and as you lived your adult life. That particular part of the dimension that we come from, we just been blocked, and we only blocked ourselves from it. I mean, it said that, you know, God hid himself from man in man. You know, and so if you take that notion, then you can say, well, shoot, if God hid himself from man in man, then that must mean that I must be God. And, you know, a lot of people get scared when you say that, because they don't know the true knowledge of self. When you know the true knowledge of self, you know that man is God and God is man. But it's what you make it, you know. You were given free will and the choices that you make in life. Nobody controls the thoughts that you think. Nobody can control the actions to a certain extent that you take in life. But I can go back and say nobody can put a chain and a lock on your thought process. You can think any thought that you want at any given time, meaning that you have to be some type of power to be given that free choice and that free will to be able to think the thoughts that you think all day long. But these thoughts, every last one of them have power, but you don't know it because you've been blinded to that fact, though, and your mind has mental chains on them. But I'm here to tell you today, though, that these chains can be broken thought by thought and precept upon precept. they can be broken though if you just take the time and sit down and have introspect. Everybody needs introspect, all the way down from your highest preacher or priest all the way down to your lowly bum, you know what I'm saying, that you see on the sidewalk. And everybody means something in life. You know, you may think that everything is a coincidence and why is this person here and why is this person here? But everybody that you call into your life, you know, everybody, let's just say everybody that comes into your life, you call into your life. There is something that's going on within you that you call them into your life in order to be able to get that introspect to see how you can evolve into a better being. Let's just put it like that. But, you know, most people miss those opportunities because they're so busy being judgmental. I myself is guilty of that, you know. At times, though, people come into my life and I get to judging and I say to myself, though, at the end of the day, though, I ask, like, why is this person in my life? I do ask that question. Well, why did this person come into my life today? Because I know there's no coincidence. There's no accidents. There's no incidents in this life. Everything is governed by law. Everything is, no matter whether you want it to be or not. And God is law. God is that law that exists within you. These laws exist within you. They don't exist outside of you. So I just want to contact my people today and say, hey, there's a better way. There's a better way to go about doing what we've been doing. But first, we got to get that introspect going on. We can talk about how the dominant society has been suppressing us and oppressing us all we want to. We all know that by now. We all do. And it's happening on a daily basis. And it's getting more aggressive as the days and the times go on, because time is running out. Time is running out for the dominant society. And they know that. But they know you don't know that. They figure that you're fitted into the big picture where we're all one and we are the world and we're all family and we should love each other, which, you know, to a certain degree we are, because everything and everybody is connected in this universe. There is nothing that is not. Everything is connected. But as a people, though, we are at the highest vibration of the spectrum. We come from the highest vibration of the spectrum, but our vibration has been flipped, and now we're at the lowest part of the spectrum. Let me tell you something about our people. Our people are what you call living light. Living light because we carry that organic matter or that organic material called melanin, or some people may say carbon. But we carry that dimensional frequency, that dimensional material, shall I say, and we can vibrate at all frequencies because we carry that dimensional matter that's within our skin. It's not only in our skin, it's in our brains, it's in our organs, it's in our central nervous system. It's all over the place. And we are the only people on this planet that have the particular type of material called melanin that we have. You have other races on the planet that have melanin, but it's a different type of melanin. So black people are what you call walking, living light is what it is. Melanin is a physical manifestation of light, living light. And as you know, that they taught us in school that all colors come from black. All things come from blackness. Whether the races out there want to admit it or not, but it's just a scientific fact. And when you start talking about these things, it's funny how those who in the dominant society who don't like black people, they get to trolling on our sites and get to trolling on our pages and calling us these crazy names and stuff like that. But I ignore it now because it's the only thing that you can do now though. But on a mental level, there's a mental level that we can go to that no other people can go to. And I'm telling you here today, though, that's the level that we need to find. We don't need weapons. We don't need guns. We don't need knives. We don't need any of those. We don't need tanks. We need our minds to become intact. We need our minds to become like God. That's what we need our minds, because the mind that we use is God's mind. We couldn't have got it from any other place. And when we leave here, it goes back to God. So what we need to do is we need to start having introspect as a people and just put down all of this nonsense that we have going on, because time is running out. We have a certain amount of time when we come down here on this planet to get right with God, if you want to say, though, like the people in church say, you better get right with God, baby. You better get right, or you better get right with Jesus. No, we're not getting right with Jesus. Jesus already came to show the way, and he already pointed the way to the direction. And every direction that he pointed back to God. He never pointed toward himself and said, hey, I'm God's son, so, bow down and worship me. As a matter of fact, when you read those scriptures, he tells people not to worship him because there is only one that's good, and that's God. So, all of this worshiping prophets, just like the Muslims, they worship Muhammad, and the Asians and the Indians worship Buddha. That's like that's idolatry. Is basically what it is. You can't do that and expect the supreme being to be on your side, because he said you should have no other gods before me. The supreme being is this universal mind. That universal mind exists within you, and that universal mind exists and it monitors everything that you do all day long. And it's like a plastic substance. Every thought that you think, it sends it back to you. Every action that you do, it sends it back to you. So, and a lot of your thoughts may be unconscious, or what we call subconscious, because we have different parts of the mind, which is the same mind, but we have the conscious mind, then we have the subconscious mind, and then some may call it the superconscious mind and the unconscious mind. So there's different parts of the mind that we do have that we use, but we basically live from the subconscious mind 90% of our time, though. We do everything on autopilot. Your conscious mind is only governs 10% of the things that you do. So you ask yourself, though, you got something great that resides within you, because what makes your heart beat? What makes your organs function the way they function? What makes your blood move through your body and go through its courses throughout the day? What your digestion? What makes it digest without you even thinking about it? You're not conscious of any of these things while you're going along with your day-to-day life. These things you're not conscious of. There's another part of you that governs that part of your body that you're not conscious of in this world. See, the conscious mind was for this physical world. So it's called the physical mind. The physical conscious mind was for you to be able to see, hear, taste, smell, touch, and then reason. But you have a subconscious mind that's super intelligent. And that's what we call God. That's the part of you that you need to get in touch with, that's related to God, that says, okay, hey, subconscious or superconscious mind, I need help. We're not praying outside of ourselves when we pray. We're not begging when we pray either, though, because that's the big misconception when black people fall down on their knees and, oh Lord, you need to help us out from this torment that we're receiving in the earth, though. But this God exists within us, and he's telling us to get up off our knees. He's telling us to take action and do the things that you need to do in order to. I gave you everything that you needed already. That's what he's saying. I gave you everything you needed already. And he comes to you in your dreams, and he comes to you throughout the day when you have those epiphanies and those thoughts, and be like, oh, aha moments and things like that. That's God. So what we describe as God is not some old white man with a beard in the sky, judging every action that you got. Doing saying, hey, you such and such, you did this, okay, I'm going to punish you. No, that law, it exists within you already. And so we have to watch the things that we do in daily life in order to be able to conquer this life, because we're going to continue to keep on reaping the same benefits and the same things that we do. We're going to keep on reaping those things that we do if we continue to have the same conscious thought, waking up every day doing the same thing, because that's the definition of insanity. Waking up every day doing the same thing and expecting a different result. That's insanity. And that's what black people been doing. We've been waking up every day saying, hey, you know what? I expect something different as a black people. But we wake up every day and do the same thing. We think the same thoughts every day. And there can be no change like that. And change only comes when the mind changes, because the body follows the mind. I hope that I'm not offending anybody. I hope that this message is becoming clear to those who are seeking answers. But the message has to be put out there. It has to be put out there in a definitive way where people can understand. It has to be put out there in a way whereas people don't become offended and don't want to listen to you, though, because you have a lot of judgmental people out there, brothers and sisters. Oh, you doing this and you shouldn't do that, and you doing this, and acting like, basically they don't do anything wrong. It's you who's the problem, when it's all of us who need to take the introspect and say, what else can I do on a daily basis to improve myself in order to become God? Because that's what we're here to do. We are here to become God. And if you are scared to say that, then you're losing out on that power that you have been given to call yourself God. Psalms 82 verse 6 says, I have said that you are gods. That's what it says. It says, I have said that you are gods and you are children of the Most High. If you go and look at it for yourself, though, you'll see it sitting right there in the Bible. As one who has sat there and read the Bible, you know, and then broke it down, I can see whereas in the Bible is really explaining that man is God and God is man. And the devil exists within man. All of the things that's going on this planet, the misdeeds, there ain't no devil running around with horns making people kill each other and rape and rob and treat your sisters and your brothers wrong. That ain't no devil. The devil don't have that much power. The devil is an entity that exists within you as your actions, as your negative, evil, wicked thoughts. That's the devil. And that wrestling between God and the devil on the shoulder when they show you on the cartoons, that's you. That's your consciousness. You have a lower consciousness and you have a higher consciousness. So the devil, it exists within you. He exists within you. And when you killed all the negative things that's in your life, you kill the devil. That's the only way it happens. And then you're able to take your life and change it and move it into a different direction, because anything you focus on, it becomes a reality. So you can focus on, you know, because you got a lot of brothers and sisters out here, they focus on white supremacy. Okay, it does exist all over the planet, all over the globe. It does. But when you sit there and you focus on a problem and you continue focusing on the problem and you don't focus on a solution, then you already done lost. So, you know, it does exist. And for all those out there who say that it exists, it does. And I can sit here all day and go forever, hours on end, and break down history. I can break down how I know it exists. I can break down many of things that, you know, that's just, you know, in secret, though, that I know about, that I'm not even going to discuss on this video. But it's just the fact that we need to stop focusing on the problem and start focusing on the solution. The solution is us. We are the equation. We are everything that we've been looking for. We are all that we've been looking for. All of everything that you want in life and more already exists inside of you. It's just a matter of if you will accept that. And that's basically what it boils down to. If you put down your religions, if you put down your ideology, and if you accept life for what it is, which is a simple process, your thoughts and your feelings equals manifestation in your life. So if you sit up and you thinking about the same things over and over and over and over again, then that's exactly what you're going to get.